Doug MPA back with another video. Guys, so there's a lot of broke women out there living in poverty. You got to be careful, guys, because a lot of these women are looking for guys like you to sweep in and save them. Don't do it. The reason why this is because men all throughout time have been having to pay for most things. We used to have to support the family, pay for the home, pay for the car. Well, now we all have all these strong, independent women that are like, oh, I can pay for myself. I'm going to get some degree no one cares about to get a job that doesn't make a lot of money, and they get out there in the workforce and they're single, and then the cold, harsh reality of how expensive things are slaps them in the face. So here's a compilation out of the dumpster fire called TikTok of women who are just in poverty, just broke. We're going to get into this. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me, what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this.
Being poor is really expensive. For example, I need a new used car, but I can only afford a car that's about the $2,000 to $3,000 range. I can't really afford anything from a dealership or to get an auto loan. After scrimping and saving and looking at cars for months and months, cars that had all sorts of crap wrong with them, I found one that seemed like okay and seemed like trustworthy people to buy from.
So, guys, I'm just going to say this right now. If you know of any women who you're friends with, your mother, your sister, your cousins, you got to go with them to buy a car, guys, because car dealers take advantage of women car buying all the time. And it's the same thing with buying a house. I was reading this article about how women end up paying more for houses because a lot of realtors appeal to their emotions. They say, oh, this house, you may not be able to afford it, or it may be, an hour and a half commute from your job, but this is your house. This is your place. This place has your energy, and women buy it anyway. It's the same thing with cars. A car may have mechanical problems, but a woman will buy it because it's the color that they like or something like that. So guys, if you can, assist any women you care about in your life with buying a car.
I went over to them, checked out the car, gave them my hard-earned money, and then on the way home I had a blowout. And then after I had a tow truck, a very expensive tow truck because I can't afford to have AAA, tow me to a repair shop, I get told that 3 out of the 4 tires need to be replaced. And also the wheel well that's holding one of the tires on is messed up and that needs to be fixed. So now this cheap car has cost me an extra $400. And then driving it home from the repair shop, the blinkers go out. Plus a myriad of other problems with this car that I don't know about yet.
Guys, okay, I was having this conversation with my friend the other day. Let me know what you think about buying a new car, because for most of my life, I bought slightly used cars. I would buy, in 2011, I bought a 2010 that only had like 5,000 miles on it. But then I bought my first new car in 2016, and I haven't gone back. I don't know if I could ever not buy a new car, because I like knowing exactly how many miles my car has on it, all the maintenance, because I've done it myself. There's a lot of people out here, especially nowadays, who can barely afford their car payment. So how do you think they're going to be able to afford the car maintenance? If you can, guys, buy a new car. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.
Money that I don't really have, that I've been saving for months in order to have a car that I thought would be reliable and take me around town. Because I never will be able to afford a new car. And that's just one of many examples on how poor people having to buy lower quality stuff means that they spend more money over time maintaining that shitty stuff or buying more of that shitty stuff than someone who could just buy the nicer thing.
So she is right there. I think I'd have a couple of friends who have older BMWs and older Mercedes, and they don't want to have a car payment, but then they spend a decent car payment each year on maintaining their old BMW or their old Mercedes, guys. At what point do you just turn it in and say, look, I need something new? And then we should have known she was broke because she has this purple hair right here. And any job that allows her to have purple hair like this probably doesn't pay much.
Jesus H. Christ.
There is nothing more embarrassing than walking in a community where everybody else drives.
So first off, you guys know Doug MPA hates this freaking septum piercing.
Jesus H. Christ.
She has a whole hardware store in her nose, guys. Look at that.
Look at all these cars. But here I am. I guess these boots were made for walking.
And do we feel bad for her, guys?
Nope.
Once again, the red hair, the nose piercing. What kind of job do these women think that they're going to be able to get with this red hair and nose piercing tattoos, all this craziness, guys? A lot of times you can't tell if someone looks broke, but then a lot of times you can. Avoid these type of women, guys. All they're going to be is a bill for you.
Do you know what's really hard about being poor?
Another nose ring, you guys. Come on.
Jesus H. Christ.
Lucky enough to not grow up poor. I come from a very middle of the road family, and my parents and everyone, they're always like super generous. So like when we go out for meals, they always like treat my friends. You know, they'd offer to pay for people's drinks, get rounds, that kind of stuff. And so I've taken those qualities that I've learned from having middle of the road parents who are very generous and very nice, and I go out into normal world and I still want to do those things and offer people rounds and drinks, and I'll get the shots and I'll do this, but I actually can't afford it.
So in her comments on this video, this guy put a really good comment. He says, "You're not poor, you're broke, because you have the money, you just don't know how to spend it well." And you know, I got to give that guy a round of applause. Because he's right. A lot of these women will spend all their money on their friends. There's nothing more expensive than a bunch of women in a group together out on the town, guys. Nothing more expensive.
But I literally can't help myself. I can't help myself from saying, I'll get this cab. No, don't worry, this ride's on me, babe. Oh, do you want some food? No, I'll grab it. Do you want anything from Tesco's? I can't afford to keep buying people shit. But I literally can't help myself. It just feels nice. Like, even just now, I've invited my friend to come for a bit of lunch, and I have to stop myself from asking her what she wants. It's on me. I can't even afford to pay for myself. It's hard. It's hard out here for a broke bitch.
And these are the type of women out there waiting for guys like you. You got to be careful, guys. Watch a woman's financial habits. Okay? And in 2024, there are broke women all up the economic ladder, guys. In Washington, D.C., I lived there for 9 years. I've seen women make $250,000, $300,000 a year and are broke as a joke. Might as well be living in poverty because they have no money left at the end of the month. House poor, car payment poor. You got to be vigilant, ask these questions, and don't spend your money on these women, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.